Hello Internet! Welcome back to the channel, where we deep dive into the wildest corners of the Marvel Universe. If you're into superheroes who don't get enough love, but are secretly clutch when it counts, then buckle up, because today we're talking about the underdog king himself, Scott freaking Lang, aka Ant-Man.
Hi, I'm Scott.
I'm Ant-Man. Ant-Man?
Yeah, the dude who talks to ants. But don't sleep on him just yet. There's way more to this guy than just bug whispering and shrinking down like a tic tac. Trust me, by the end of this, you're gonna be seeing him in a whole new light. Who is Scott Lang, really? Alright, so let's kick things off with the man under the helmet, Scott Lang. Now, Scott ain't your typical squeaky clean superhero. Dude's a former convict, a divorced dad, and honestly, kinda a hot mess when we first meet him, but that's what makes him real. Before the suit, Scott was just trying to get by, do right by his daughter Cassie, and maybe stay out of jail. But here's where things get spicy. Scott doesn't steal the Ant-Man suit out of greed. Nah, he jacks it to pull one last heist to pay child support. Man's out here stealing to see his kid, and somehow that wild move puts him on Hank Pym's radar, the OG Ant-Man. And instead of locking him up, Hank's like, yo, wanna be a hero? I mean, imagine going from robbing a rich dude's house to fighting side by side with Captain America. That's Scott Lang's whole vibe. Dude just stumbles into greatness, but somehow nails it every time. Now let's talk about the Ant-Man tech, cause it's straight up bonkers. We're not just talking, oh cool, he gets small. Nah, it's deeper than that. That suit lets him shrink down to subatomic levels and grow into a damn skyscraper when he goes giant man mode. You ever see a 65-foot tall dude slap around Iron Man and War Machine like they're toddlers? Yeah, Scott did that. And let's not ignore the ant army. Sounds goofy at first, right? But those little bugs are actually low-key MVPs. Need to sneak into a secure facility? Boom! Ants! Wanna fly through a city without getting caught? Boom! Ants! Wanna jam a signal or cut power to a freaking base? You already know ants! The tech is next level, and the fact that Scott can use it on the fly while cracking jokes and improv half the time, that's legendary. Let's be real. Every MCU hero has their thing. Iron Man's the genius, Cap's the Boy Scout, Thor's the god, and Scott, he's the funny dude who still throws down. And that balance, it hits different. He's that guy who makes you laugh mid-fight but still comes through when it counts. His humor isn't forced either. It feels like your boy from the neighborhood suddenly ended up in a superhero movie and he's just winging it. Like remember in Civil War when he pulls up all awkward at the airport battle like, hey guys, I know you're super famous and all, but I'm here too? Classic. He brings that everyday charm that makes the Avengers feel more grounded, more real. And yo, Paul Rudd plays him like a damn champ. Dude's aging in reverse or something, and his comedic timing is chef's kiss. But under all the jokes, there's heart. And that's what really makes Scott Lang stick. The MVP of Endgame? Now look, if y'all really think Ant-Man is just comic relief, let me hit you with this. Without him, the entire freaking Endgame plan wouldn't have even happened. Straight up. My man spent 5 years stuck in the quantum realm, popped out thinking it was 5 hours, and boom! He's got the idea that sparks the time heist. Tony Stark might have figured out the math, but it was Scott who brought the whole concept to the table. No Scott, no time travel. No time travel, no Infinity Stones. No Infinity Stones, no snap reversal. And Thanos? Still chilling somewhere undefeated. Let's call it what it is. Scott Lang saved the MCU, period. Now, after Quantumania, things are getting a little weird. Kang showed up and made things messy. But don't count Scott out. He survived jail, he survived Thanos, he survived Kang for now, and he's still out here trying to protect his daughter and keep the multiverse from going to hell. And let's not forget Cassie Lang, his daughter, is now rocking a suit too. We might be looking at a father-daughter hero duo soon, maybe even leading the young Avengers or something. Scott might not always get the credit, but he's built a legacy without even trying to. That's real hero energy. So yeah, you can clown on the ants, you can roast the shrinking powers, but at the end of the day, Scott Lang's the kind of hero you root for, cause he's us. He messes up, he makes jokes to hide the nerves, and he fights for the people he loves. And that's not just superhero stuff, that's human stuff. And in a universe full of gods, monsters, and billionaires in flying suits, sometimes the dude who shrinks and tells dad jokes is exactly the hero we need. Out, y'all. If you vibed with this breakdown and you're finally giving Ant-Man his flowers, smash that like button, sub if you haven't already, and drop a comment with your favorite Scott Lang moment. Was it him turning Giant Man, getting lost in the quantum realm, or just his goofy charm? Let me know down below. Catch y'all next time. Peace out.